It's undoubtedly worth emphasizing that Plymouth is a military port. The numerous war memorials all around the town are testimony to this fact. Many of the incredible feats of locals took place under the banner of military prowess and legitimacy. Sir John Hawkins is a good case in point. Amongst other things, Hawkins was a privateer, merchant, navigator and slave trader. In fact, he is considered the first man to profit from the triangle trade route. But he was also the general of the English Royal Navy, as well as its treasurer, where he oversaw the rebuilding of the float that would defeat the invincible Spanish Armada. As a fellow privateer, his cousin Sir Francis Drake had Queen Elizabeth's authority to go pillage and plunder in Spanish ports all across the globe. In fact, both were knighted by the Queen for their deeds. This is how Drake's incredible circumnavigation of the planet unfolded. The Queen was one of the biggest investors in the project. It was a business plan which included causing havoc to the Spanish. But it would seem Drake and Hawkins just couldn't resist the pull for adventure and risk. Despite all their journeys and near escapes, both set out on one last voyage to attack the Spanish. Neither would return. With a keen eye, there is still much of their world to be seen in Plymouth. This despite the Blitz of World War II, which destroyed much of the city. Being a port meant several historical events that shaped the modern world began here. We've already seen how Hawkins was the first to profit from the triangle slave route. From here began the early attempts of an English colony across the Atlantic. The Pilgrim Fathers were next to leave from the port in the ship the Mayflower in 1620. Captain Cook, captain of the Royal Navy, departed from here on his voyages of discovery. Local boy Tobias Furneaux was an instrumental figure of the second expedition. The first man to circumnavigate the planet in both directions is buried here in Stoke Damerel Church. Charles Darwin was here in preparation for his momentous journey that would revolutionize evolution theory. He left Plymouth on the ship HMS Beagle in December 1831. Being a military port and pointing out into the Atlantic explains why Napoleon even spent some time in the city. Here is a painting showing the locals sailing out to get a glimpse of the man. It is why the few survivors of the Titanic were shipped here to safety in 1912. This disaster came shortly after the news that local boy Robert Falcon Scott had died after successfully reaching the South Pole. Many of the men on Scott's 2 expeditions to the Antarctic were Royal Navy personnel. That said, if we are looking for heroes, the 2 world wars supplied us with an ample choice of local men and women, along with many from numerous other countries. Just shows that we must never judge a book by its cover.